Greetings, one and all, and welcome to the Open-Handed Classroom. I want to extend a special thank you to you, yes, you, for stopping by. Now, students, before us is a math question, and I got this question from the 2018 Paper 1 Mathematics BGCSE examination. And note that currently this question is unsolved, but I assure you that by the end of this video, this question would be completed. But I have a question for you, and the question is, are you ready? Are you ready? Then let's dive in. We begin by reading the question, and the question states the following. Given that a equals 5 and b equals -2, calculate the value of a cubed plus 3b. I am going to give you an opportunity to attempt this question on your own, so I encourage you, please pause the video, attempt this question on your own, and I'll see you on the other side of the pause. Okay, now that you have attempted this question on your own, let us consider this question. Let us deal with this question together. Note that what the question wants us to do is the question wants us to calculate the value of a cubed plus 3b. And note that we are given that a equals 5 and b equals -2. I'm going to write this expression on a next slide. Note that we have a cubed plus 3b. And we are given that a equals 5 and b equals -2. -2. Now, since we are given that a equals 5, everywhere in the expression that you see a, replace a with 5. So instead of having a cube, we're going to have 5 cubed. And note that b equals -2. So wherever you see b in the expression, replace b with -2. So we have, instead of having 3b, we have 3 times -2. Okay, so we have that a cubed plus 3b equals 5 cubed plus 3 times -2. But what is 5 cubed? What is 5 cubed? Indeed, 5 cubed equals 5 times 5 times 5. But what is 5 times 5? 5 times 5 is indeed 25. Bring down the 5, and we have 5 cubed equals 25 times 5. But what is 25 times 5? Indeed, 25 times 5 equals 125. So let's write that. 5 cubed equals 125 equals 125. Plus, what is 3 times -2? What is 3 times -2? Indeed, 3 times -2 is -6. And note that a positive multiplied by a negative gives us a negative. So we have 125 minus 6. And what is 125 minus 6? What is that? What is 125 minus 6? Indeed, 125 minus 6 equals 119. Therefore, given that a equals 5 and b equals -2, the value of a cubed plus 3b is 119.